You're asking for probation. If you're here unlawful and you've committed a felony offense, it just doesn't make sense.
When this illegal immigrant facing a negligent homicide charge asked for probation, the judge denied it, stating that probation in a felony case doesn't make sense for someone here unlawfully.
Mr. Vishaw was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the state jail felony offense of criminally negligent homicide.
Judge, we're asking the court to consider probation. When I walked in to talk to him the first time, he said, I want to accept responsibility. That almost never happens. He wanted to do that. He's doing the speed limit. He's driving on the highway, and there are vehicles on his left and behind him, and there is a stopped vehicle on the interstate. There's not a scenario in which this accident does not happen. And again, there's nothing redeeming about the outcome for these decedents, these victims. But the reality is, this is a situation that is a terrible, tragic accident. I'm asking the court to at least consider the distinct possibility and the option here that you have to grant him deferred adjudication probation.
This is no accident. This is pure negligence, as it is a definition of negligence. I have the video. The court, if it desires, can certainly watch the videos. Short clip, certified copy of FBI records. It indicates, Judge, that this defendant illegally entered this country, and he's a national of the country of India. Judge, I'm not here to make some type of a political statement or commentary. I'm just simply saying that it is a violation of federal law to enter this country illegally. And Judge, like any other violation of law, in any other case, you can take that into consideration in sentencing this defendant. I'm asking you to take that into consideration in this case, Judge. Again, the court can infer whatever the court wants to infer about why an individual would illegally enter this country and use at least one or maybe two different aliases, Judge. I'm asking for the max, and I am frustrated at the fact that all I can ask for is 2 years in this case, Judge. But I'm asking for the 2 years.
It's my understanding that there is, at this point, immigration hold on Mr. Vishaw, correct?
Yeah, that's my understanding too, Judge.
So even though it's likely for him to be deported because he's here unlawful, you're asking for probation? And I appreciate the acceptance of responsibility. I appreciate, and I'm sure the family appreciates, not having to go through a trial and see what they had to live through over again. If you're here unlawful and you've committed a felony offense, it just doesn't make sense that I would put somebody on probation where they're potentially still a threat to the safety of our citizens. And the no-name thing gives me some concern. Also, I feel like that is just potentially an attempt to avoid probably some issues with immigration and some issues with potentially this case. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of criminally negligent homicide, sentence you to a term of 20 months in the state jail prison.